I went to this couple's house one time, and they were doing this like business. It was one of those online businesses they were getting people into, and it was about like it was really online shopping. It was about 10 years ago. It was groceries. It was like they were trying to get people to sign up with this company, and the company they would order all the groceries, and the groceries would come to their house. So I watched that bullshit, and then I talked to the dude. I told him that I publish comic books, and you know, he's like, well, he's a black guy. He says, well, nobody needs a comic book. And I said to him, you know what, you're right. Nobody needs a comic book. Women don't need to buy makeup. No, no. The makeup industry makes billions of dollars a year. Women don't need to wear makeup. Most of the women that I'm attracted to, they don't wear makeup because they don't fucking need makeup. The actual fact is, you don't need to wear makeup. Women have been brainwashed by the media. No, it's by advertising. By advertising, they gotta tell you that you're ugly. They have to convince you that you're ugly so that you'll buy the fucking makeup. Oh, don't you want to look like this celebrity? Don't you want to? Then you dye your hair. You dye your hair blonde, you still don't look like the bitch. Um, you don't need a car that costs more than $100,000. You don't need comic books, but trust me, there are a lot of things out there that people don't need, but they fucking buy it all day, any damn way. You know why? Because shopping releases some kind of endorphins or something in your brain, and it makes you feel good. Shopping makes people feel good. So they shop all day. They do. We have online shopping. You're gonna sit here and say people don't need comic books? No, people don't need regular books either, unless they're going to school like I am. I'm in a grad school. I need to buy books, but some classes maybe you don't need to buy the book. If you know how your school is, maybe you could just use Wikipedia. Maybe you don't need to buy that book. If we talking about saving money, don't buy that. Don't buy comic books because you don't need them. Okay, let's see. Don't buy a $60 PlayStation game when it's brand new. $60. I've never seen a comic book that costs $60. Well, you know, when it hits the shelves. You go on eBay and Amazon, you'll see shit that costs whatever. People, and I tell my mother that it's like people on eBay or Amazon, they put whatever price they want to put on that thing, whatever it is. So you got to look around for the lowest price. Okay, people don't need they don't need extra clothes. You have a job, right? This one guy was telling me in this other country that I will not name. In this other country, women had 3 dresses. The women have 3 dresses, and that's all they wear all week. Or, you got your work clothes, you got your 5 outfits, for or 5 suits for the week or whatever. Or be like Peter Parker. He's got Peter Parker. I'm going to guess has blazers. 2 blazers. On the cartoon, he would wear a suit to work and a tie, but that's not really Peter Parker. And Tobey Maguire, he wore a suit. And when he had to go to the play, he had. But see, every man should have 2 suits though. You should have a suit for funerals, and you should have a blue suit just to go out. So in Spider-Man 2, he wore his suit to go see MJ, and that reflects what happened on the cartoon. The old school cartoon, sometimes they have him wearing a suit to work, but that's not really Peter though. 90s Peter is t-shirt and jeans, which is normal, and actually in the comic book he wore like a brown jacket, a colored shirt, and blue jeans. He didn't have a whole lot Peter Parker didn't have a whole lot of clothes. But as a man, you normally have 2 suits. You have a suit to go. You have a suit basically to go do interviews and business, and you have a suit for funerals. So you have a suit that's black, a black blazer, and you have a suit that's blue. And then maybe you have more suits. Maybe your parents had more money, like my parents did, a little bit more money. So you have other blazers and other dress pants for different occasions. You need at least one, two pair of dress shoes. See, so that's not a lot. Some people they got, you know, suits like they hosting a damn talk show, a late night show. They got a suit for every day of the month. 36 suits or some 31 suits or something, but that's not normal. Normal people have a minimum of two suits if you're male. A man has two suits, two blazers. Two blazers. I got more than that, of course. I don't know how many more. I always keep a blazer in the car on a hanger in my car, so if the occasion comes up, hey, I throw a blazer on, whatever the occasion is, I don't know. Might have to go talk to somebody about some business thing or something. But yeah, I mean, no, you don't need comic books, but most of the shit that people buy, you don't need it. Like food. Yeah, you need food. You don't need to go eat lobster every week. I just heard, and this is how this proves my point. I just heard one of my relatives, they went out with their girlfriend, and she brought her kids because, they Bebe's kids or whatever. She's Bebe, and she has Bebe's kids. So this dude took these people out, this woman and her two kids out to eat, and the fucking kid, this girl orders goddamn lobster. Huh? Y'all are black. No offense, but y'all are black. Huh? Since when do black kids go to Long John Silver's and order lobster? There's a kid platter. Lobster. Get the fuck out of here. We didn't do that shit. But that's something else you don't need to buy. You're talking about you don't need comic books. You don't need, a graphic novel is going to hit you for at the most like $35, maybe. It could range from $15 to $35, but you don't need it. But you don't need all this other shit. Hell, you didn't need cable. But some people just rock the VHS tapes. So if you had the VHS, if you didn't mind buying the VHS tape or just renting, then you didn't need cable. You save money there. So there's so many things. Oh God, all these streaming services. I don't care how cheap these streaming services are. You don't need them all. You can't, if you have a goal, like I want to see everything Marvel puts out, then yeah, you're going to need all the streaming services if you want to see it when it's fresh, unless you want to get it on DVD later. I remember Netflix was saying they weren't going to put their stuff on DVD, so like you had to watch Daredevil on Netflix, but I think eventually they did put it out on DVD or something later on because that's normal. Then all the DC stuff, again, if you don't want to buy a streaming service, you'd have to buy it all. But my point is that what the dude said about nobody needs a comic book, that don't mean shit. There are people who the majority of their shopping is not groceries. When I go to the store on payday, I come out, goddamn, I spent $80. Goddamn, I spent $100. You get all these little things, but then you got like medical stuff you got to buy at the store. If you're a certain age, you got medical stuff you got to buy at the store. That costs. Then you got to get food, so you don't have to eat out every day or whatever. You got to get rice and pasta and shit like that, instant stuff. And then you say, oh, okay, this movie came out. Maybe you buy one DVD, maybe, and that might be $20. I don't buy CDs too much anymore, not at the store. So, but then you look at your receipt and you got all this. You got, shavers and medical hygiene stuff. You got your food. You got maybe some pop or something, case of pop or something. That shit adds up. You're looking like $80 damn. I used to go to Walmart. Oh my God. You go to Walmart for two things, come out, spend $100. Because what happens is you go to the left side of Walmart and they got all the food and the toilet paper and drinks and stuff. the breakfast food like bacon and eggs and stuff or whatever. That's on the left side of the store. And as you cross the store, okay, here's some pants. Oh, I can get another pair of jeans. Oh, I can get another pair of slacks for work. Then you go further into the center of the store. There's the DVDs. Oh, I didn't know this came out. I know that came out. Oh, I got to go over here to get the medical side and go get the Visine. Oh, they got these vitamins. Oh, toothpaste, shavers, da 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 da. So you freaking get to the checkout counter. You picked up some jeans and some slacks and some DVDs and some milk and some toilet paper and some bag of shrimp or something. You coming out $100 coming out of Walmart. $100 one visit. So, but you can't just be like, okay, well, comic books you don't need those. Well, most of the shit people buy, they don't fucking need it. A lot of people. And we're not gonna talk about gambling. That's a whole nother issue.